let's take the hands together and just move it. I do think it's important to say that we don't need to take this practice so seriously. Life is hard enough. And so when we come to the mat, we don't have to perform or present. We get it, like actually check in and drop in, and it's okay to have fun.
Fun. Yoga should be fun. We're meant to access the spirit, and there should be great joy in it, and play and spontaneity, oughtn't there, Adriene?
So let's go into the comfortable seat, welcome bear, and we're just going to do a quick little ditty here to communicate that a little goes a long way. I think one of the things that I continue to be passionate about after 10 years of yoga with Adriene is the home practice is so unique. It's so different than a studio, certainly the gym, or even a more dedicated holy center. The yoga at home, kind of home practice, individual practice, is something so unique, and just want to keep sharing that with as many people as possible, because it's not to really be compared or matched with practicing with the group, which of course is beautiful and it's all right. So we'll come to a nice comfortable seat, head over heart, heart over pelvis. And for anyone who's practicing with us, this is it. This is the moment of aligning the head over the heart over the pelvis, and just noticing how you feel. Close your eyes. Obviously, that might help you focus inward. But if that's not comfortable, which it is not for many people, believe it or not, you can just soften your gaze down gently past your nose. So this little moment here, this is just a little ditty, but it's kind of to prove that a little goes a long way. It's not always faster, harder, stronger. So, and I will end up being better than you, Russell, at this practice, but I want you to know that you're still great. You can still embody your best in those settings by the end of this sitting. So let's take the hands to the rib cage. I was on a walk with my partner actually recently, just talking about breathing, and I was like, "Have you ever heard of like lateral breathing?" And he was like, "No," and I was like, "What?" And I was like, "Well, that's weird, Adriene. Let's talk about lateral breathing." So I've been thinking about that this morning. And the lateral breath, of course, is just this wider way of breathing. We don't have to get too technical, but let's take a deep breath here together, Russell, everyone who's sitting here practicing along. And just see if on the inhale, you can feel your rib cage expand, and then kind of push it to the limit. Let's go extreme sport a little bit here to exaggerate it. And then exhale, feel it kind of soften down in towards the midline. And again, big inhale. The breath goes down into the belly. Feel the rib cage expand, press it to the limit. Feel the heart lift a little, perhaps. Then exhale, it softens. And then one more time. Inhale, feel the expansion. And then, of course, after expansion, the natural next move of the dance is this softening and this contraction. When we start to embody this expansion and contraction, as you know, Russell, as many listeners here know, right? We're moving in the metaphor here, expansion and contraction. We're finding ourselves and this sense of balance and this sense of who we are, fingers crossed. It is a dancer. Rise and fall, expansion and contraction. So I'm not surprised when we fall or when we contract. It's all part of the game. It's all part of the dance. Let's come forward on all fours now. And just try to keep that nice expansive breath as we move into cat-cow. So we'll drop the belly, inhale, open the chest, look forward. We've done this a million times. Can we bring a creative spirit today to this little ditty? Moving the spine, pressing into the fingertips, pressing into the tops of the feet, allowing the breath to fuel the movement, and the movement to fuel the breath. So really narrating that with the nose. And curl the toes under, walk the hands out wide. Upper arm bones sternly rotate out. Let's take it into a downward dog in honor of our number one, Benji and Bear. Honestly, again, life's too short and hard to not embrace our loved ones. That includes our dogs or number ones. Bend the knees, walk the hand all the way back to the toes, to the feet. And let's take a breath or two here in the forward fold. When I started yoga with Adriene, I had a dog named Blue. He was also a blue healer, quarter of my weeks. And I used to send him into the other room when we were filming until I realized, wait, this is real life to have him here. And then when he passed and Benji came into the picture, I started to embrace that more. And then he saw the horns to the rib again, just like we had it before. Breathe in. Expand, exhale, bend the knees, press into all four corners of the feet, rise up strong. Mountain pose. Now, let's step the feet wide and turn the toes out. This is a fun one to do with millions of people. So we're going to take the hands, coming, just as we talked about the divine, we'll come into this, pose of the gods or goddess pose. So you might step your feet a little bit wider if you want. Toes out, inhale in, and then as if you were sliding down a wall. So the butt's not going to go out, it's going to stay in. And we're keeping head over heart over pelvis here. And for those practicing with us, think about externally rotating in those hips as you come into this pose of the divine. Inhale, star pose, take up space. Remember this, my friends, take up space. Inhale in, exhale, back down to that goddess pose. We bend the elbows, pose of the divine, God pose. And then star pose, inhale in, exhale, warrior two. Now you may rearrange yourself on your mat there, or warrior two. Left fingertips forward, right fingertips back. And I love how you have that back foot really turned in. And you can really turn that inner thigh on. Wink, wink. Just kidding. But turn the inner thigh on. And then again, everyone, think head over heart over pelvis here. So notice if you're forward or back, or wanting to create a practice that helps us embody alignment. And that'll mean something different every day, right? Excellent. Inhale in, come back to that star pose, and we'll just take it to the other side. It's super easy. You can take it to the back. Finding that nice wide lateral breath. Turning the left toes in a lot. And the warriors are still so wonderful to me because right away I know where my line's at because I've done them a million times. I noticed like my mind focusing on my arms, my mind focusing on my left inner thigh turning on. I'm like, am I thinking about something else or am I just being here? And then star pose once again. Inhale, big star pose. Exhale, take that God pose, that goddess pose. And then inhaling deeply. You're lucky you're not facing camera right now, but I am, so I'll go crazy for us. We're going to do a lion's breath. So inhale in through the nose, big wide breath. Exhale, lion's breath now. Excellent. Take a star pose here. Big stretch, reach beyond the fingertips, beyond the physical body. And then we're going to clap the palms together on 3. 1, 2, 3. Clap. And bring the hands all the way back down to the heart. We'll walk the feet together. And we're going to close with a hug. So this isn't cheesy. This is like in lieu of a full shavasana. We can take these moments. So wrap your arms around your own heart, your own shoulders. My friends, close your eyes. This is the end of this practice. So feel your feet on the ground and just feel your own embrace. I probably wouldn't be doing this on the internet or sharing this with so many people if I hadn't had healed anxiety and panic through the power of my own embrace and my relationship with my breath. So just take a second to feel the warmth of your own hands on your body, Feel your breath. Use that nice wide inhale here if it feels good. And then just take one quiet moment of find exquisite stillness best you can. And then release the arms, open the eyes. I feel good.